Here's your mouth, spread again. So here's a second try at that song. So the way that the Tuttees guy is doing it is, well, first I want to show you this little app. I don't know if you have an iPhone, but this thing is pretty sweet. It's called Clear Tune. I use this every day. So sometimes when you use a capo, makes your guitar go out of tune a little bit, and you can actually tune it with the capo on. But when you just put on the first fret, so if you don't have a capo, they're definitely worth getting because there's a lot of songs you won't be able to do otherwise. So basically he's using this D major shape. It's actually really similar to the shapes I did before, but here's D major. So all the chord names I'm going to give, they're not the real names. Like this chord is actually E flat, just like the chord in the other video. But I'm going to call it D major, because just pretend the rest of this doesn't exist anymore and your guitar just starts right here. I don't know if you've used a capo very much, but here's D major. So there's that triangle shape. And I'll do the picking in a second, but and the next chord is B minor, which you put your first finger on 2 right here. Make a power chord. Put your middle finger on the 3rd fret, and you gotta bar that top note. So when you're barring, I don't know how good you are at barring, but don't push super hard on all the strings. Really, you only have to bar that top string and this one. So a lot of people push down too hard and they kill their hands. All you gotta do is push down your tip hard and then the top of my finger. Like the middle of my finger is not pushing down hard, and that's really the trick for these bar chords, is only to push down the frets that you really need. So this is B minor because this note would be B. So the tab would be 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. Then all I did was I slid that shape up to the 4th fret. So that's in relation to the capos. Here was the 2nd fret, here's the 4th fret. So generally, like when people tab stuff out for the capo, they're going to call this the 4th fret, even though it might look like the 5th fret, so just ignore the dots. And then one cool thing about the capos, then for that F chord, you can just play this E major shape. So I'll say the tabs, and then I'll break down the picking that the guy does. So this first tab would be 0, because you want to strum from this string right here, from the D string. 0, 2, 3, 2. And then the next one is 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. And then 4, 6, 6, 5, 4. It's a little confusing to name it with the capo. And then 0, 2, 2. My first finger is kind of hidden right there. It's on 1, and then 0, 0. So basically all the guy's doing is he's going, he starts on the lowest note of each chord and just goes up. And then back down. Sometimes he varies it a little bit, but I wouldn't worry about that. I would just go up the chord and then down the chord. So and he plays the top note a little louder than the other ones. So and then you're going to do the B minor chord. Now one thing right here, I don't know if you can see it, but you actually got to skip this string because we want to hit the highest note on this one. So I'm going the A string, the 5th string, then the D string, then the G string, then I skip and I hit the top string. So I gotta move up here. This guitar is really tiny, but so I skipped the B string on that one, and then you do the exact same thing here. But when you come down, you do hit the B string. So I'll do it like 5 times on this chord. You could just practice on it and try to get the strum pattern right. So it's going up, skip, and then come back down without a skip. And back to the bass note. And the last chord, make sure you hit the lowest note is the E string now. And does one thing here. He hits the B string the first time up, and then the E string the second time up. So it's like skip, hit the B string, and then you go up. So I'll break that down like carefully. So it's going like the E string on this chord, E string, A string, D string, B string, and you come down, G string, D string, and you go up, E, A string, D string, you skip all the way up to the top, and then you come down B string, and G string. So it's... So I'll just play it a few times. His recording is really bad. The audio on that recording is pretty bad, but I'll make it so you can see both hands, so... I forgot to do the variation, but I'll do it again, right? And this one you hit the B string, then the top one. And then he just strums the chords, which is actually better usually when I learn stuff. I just strum it first. And then usually by ear, the more you do it, you can just start to figure stuff out. So. And one really good trick when you're figuring out strum patterns is to hold your hand on the strings and just go. This works for any song, and I do it all the time, especially if a song is really fast. Because when you're playing the chords, your brain has to think about all these shapes. So I just go like this. So the strum patterns, I'm just going to strum it. You could try that technique. Just hold your hand here. I'll strum it through twice, and then I'll give you one more little piece. So. If you want to know the strum pattern, it's basically down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. So there's one down up at the end, but I recommend for strum patterns just doing this trick because it's way too much work to like have to think down, up, down, up. And then the last thing he does in the background, he's going like this. It's going 2, right. So it goes 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2. So I'm going to move my hand really close to this computer. You get the better camera out. 0, the top string, 2 on the B string, 0, 2 on the B string, E string, open second string. I'm just going to play a few times so you can get, whoops. And then your middle finger's there on 2, and then you go like this, but your first finger here on 1. And you go 1, 2 over and over again. And then you just hit the B string. Sometimes it sounds like, it's kind of hard to tell what he's doing because it's a little blended, the audio, but... 0 2 0 2 0 2 0 2 0 2 0 2 0 2 0 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 0 0 0 0 0. So I'll do it like 3 more times. That's it. So that's it. I hope that this version answered your questions and was helpful. See you later.